Me neither. I would so much rather be a lover than a hater. Yeah, my OnlyFans shiz, exactly. Ugh, well, enjoy your hate. In hell. Beauty bite!
Hi everyone, it's me again. Squish Gang is present behind the chair. You can't see the best today. We're going to do a little kind of bonus video for the channel because I actually didn't really plan on uploading anymore this week because I uploaded that monster of a video on Monday that was 2 hours long. I'll tag that in the cards as well. But as you can see by how ghostly I look, I am halfway through my makeup because I didn't want this to be too long, but I wanted to discuss my thoughts on Foodie Beauty's channel getting terminated. Because I did make my Canadian Menaces video on them pretty recently, and I feel like this would be kind of a fun topic to talk about. Just in like a really relaxed kind of short form video, you know, 10-15 minutes long. Hopefully we'll see how this goes. So I'm gonna finish doing my makeup and we're gonna talk about it. So for those of you who don't know, about a month ago, I want to say, I made a video called Canadian Menaces Episode 1 on Foodie Beauty. And this video depicted kind of a short form history of Foodie Beauty, describing her antics with live streaming and her relationship with a man named Nader Alchemy, and just kind of a whole set of issues that had come with how she was treating her fan base, how she was kind of violating a lot of terms of service and things like that, and how she was overall, as the name of the series depicts, a Canadian menace. And so recently, Foodie Beauty's channel got terminated. So that's what we're going to be getting into today, because that was a very sudden, unexpected shift in the Growlverse that I would like to speak on. Like, comment, subscribe if you would be so kind. Amazon wishlist down below if you wish to support the channel. I move in a little bit over a month. I have exactly 30 days as of filming and hopefully releasing this video left of my undergraduate degree. So that's scary, frightening. So we'll see how the uploads go. I should have something for Monday as well. However, after that, who knows? But I do know that I have a couple weeks between finishing and moving where I might be able to film a couple videos, and then you're going to suddenly see a background change because I'm moving further than most countries are large. Now, we're going to do parts of the video. There's not really going to be too much. We're just going to do a brief recap of what I covered in my Canadian Medicines video, and then we're going to talk about why she got banned and what she's been doing since she got banned. So Foodie Beauty got banned, for reference, at 3:33 a.m. on March 9th. It is currently March 11th as of filming this. Like I mentioned earlier, hopefully releasing it the same day. So, my Canadian Menaces video depicted Foodie Beauty as a character who is very crude, very rude, kind of gross. Definitely not of the politically correct nature. Foodie Beauty likes to say a lot of words that people don't believe in saying anymore, and has been antagonistic towards other creators, specifically those of the reaction channel variety. And due to Foodie Beauty's treatment of reaction channels, it kind of began to spiral into this constant war that she would have between particularly her, Charlie Gold, and FFG. Now, Charlie and FFG were on the same side. French Fry Gorl, spelled G-O-R-L, is a channel that does kind of compilation videos and all these types of things. Like I said, all of this is described in my Canadian Menaces Episode 1 video on Foodie Beauty.
Participant in talking shit about me, Jamie. Yeah, I don't want you here. Sorry. Really. Quite honestly, feel free to leave. I don't care if I'm only left with 5 people. Like the Phoenix, I will rise again. Every time you try to take me down, if you ever fucking succeed, I will rise again.
These channels have also kind of pointed out the many times that that Foodie Beauty has violated TOS. Foodie Beauty's been infamous for doing things even as far as like flashing people on her live stream. I have unfortunately had, not to my own consent, have to see Foobie Boobies on Twitter. So I love that for my trauma. But so Foodie Beauty is not new to like violating terms of service, especially like given her other problematic actions with allegedly driving under the influence, which you can see, like I said, just because of how often she live streams her life. Because I feel like, a point of contention could be that people go, well, how do you know she's high, blah, 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 blah. When you're live streaming your entire life, you can easily tell the amount of time between driving and doing cannabis or other substances that are actually illegal in this country. For those of you who don't know, for whatever reason, if you're new, that I'm also Canadian myself, right? Actually, I grew up pretty close to where Foodie Beauty does all of her nonsense. You know who also lives in that area? Simply Nailogical. Fun fact. Anyways, so with Foodie Beauty, she ended up platforming Nader, as I mentioned in that video as well, who's someone who is allegedly abusive. And since the time of making that video, Foodie Beauty's actually filed a police report against Nader for a plethora of things. One of them being, I think, there was a physical, trigger warning for different forms of abuse, by the way, but physical, sexual abuse, and when you hold someone, for lack of a better term, against their will. That is another charge that was put onto Nader from Chantelle. And then she went on live stream, even just like kind of making a joke about it, saying like, oh, haha, he cried when he got arrested, blah, 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 reading messages that Didi had sent Chantelle after the police showed up. And then, as of a few days before Chantelle's channel got terminated, she was saying that she was thinking about dropping the charges. Foodie Beauty was kind of spiraling even a little bit more than usual as of recently. Like, she got a tattoo that says Aries, but it's facing the wrong way, and then got like a piercing or something and a bunch of false lashes and stuff. She's kind of having like, it's giving midlife crisis, even though, which is weird because she's like a 40-year-old on YouTube, so I feel like that in itself already gives midlife crisis. But with that, there's definitely been some cracks in the well. So Foodie Beauty recently also has been gotten into OnlyFans and has started doing OnlyFans stuff, which people have been leaking on Twitter like nobody's business. And with the OnlyFans stuff, she still would wear like lingerie in her live streams as well. I guess maybe either because she was trying to promote it or she didn't feel like changing, who knows. So Foodie Beauty, we're going to talk about now like what seems to have gotten her banned. So Foodie Beauty she recently bought an iMac because she was trying to stream on OnlyFans and it wouldn't work on her phone. And for some reason, Foodie Beauty's been on the platform for seemingly years at this point and has never managed to get a computer. Obviously, you can tell by how my videos are edited, I have a computer. I actually edit with, if anyone cares, Sony Vegas Movie Studio Platinum 2016. So that's what version is that, 18, I think? So she just got an iMac, and when she got in the iMac and she could stream, she realized that like you can do other stuff with streams on your computers, right? So if you look at my channel, I actually have a Foodie Beauty, like I'm catching up with Foodie Beauty live stream, where I'm using something called OBS Labs. So you can like move yourself on the computer screen, and you can like, people use what's called like Streamyards a lot too, which has like different backgrounds and different like tools that you can use and different ways of, running your stream. So once Foodie Beauty realized that like computers let you do stuff, she was like, let's stream on Omegle or whatever, which I was never an Omegle kid because I didn't have internet, as I say, in what seemingly feels like every single one of my videos at this point. Apparently with Omegle, you get flashed a lot because it's just kind of for those of you who don't know, Omegle's like a kind of roulette fashion call site, so you're supposed to like meet new people on there, that's like the idea. However, because it's just a bunch of kids whose parents seems to have vanished, a bunch of kids late at night when their parents are asleep, you get a lot of really creepy people on that site who do some creepy stuff, and you get a lot of wieners and gross things on that website. And because of that, people don't usually live stream it, because if you're live streaming Omegle, you're kind of heeding a lot of risk, which would make sense because of the nature of the website. So Foodie Beauty suggested live streaming on Omegle, and everyone and their damn dog was like, that is a terrible idea, because everyone, knows the nature of the website. Even like, people don't bring often like live streams, they don't bring on people on calls, they don't bring people on videos and everything, because it's like, you have no idea what's going to happen, right? Even like places like the H3 podcast that will do call-ins have employees like streaming the calls before the calls occur, because you don't want somebody coming in and just, let's say, like, worst case, you just like screaming a bunch of slurs on the call. That's why, like, real actual streamers and people with responsible platforms will heavily vet even who comes onto their channel. Like, the H3 podcast has crew members that are there to see if, like, they screen the calls. Usually it's, I think, Cameron who does it or whatever. Because, like I said, you know, you can have someone, like, yelling slurs or doing really disgusting things. Or in the case of what happened with Chantelle, you can have nudity on your live stream. Which this was such a stupid, it was such a stupid idea. So then what happened was, after this live stream happened, Foodie Beauty was like, oh, I did nothing wrong, blah, 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 blah. And then people went to Twitter, including Charlie Gold, which, you know, as I mentioned before, is a point of contention for Chantelle, went to Twitter to, like, tag YouTube and put the links for the streams and stuff, which Chantelle essentially deleted the stream right after. But the thing is, with streams and with all, YouTube gets to keep what you've uploaded. Like, I have a couple videos that I uploaded before my channel had any viewers that, like, I thought were kind of bad when I went back to look at them, you know, and I didn't want to have anymore. And even though, like, you guys can't see them, and even it says they're permanently deleted, if YouTube wanted to, there could, you know, they could probably pull them, or not even probably, they could definitely, like, oh, jeez, go back into their database and pull them up. I got the Cover FX Bronzer Duo at Winners, and a little bit more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. I have this one. Wow. So people were tweeting at YouTube, being like, hey, this lady who's, like, flashed her audience before and has said, like, really disgusting things on your platform and violates terms of service like it's a hobby, was streaming Omegle that had, like, alleged, like, nude underage people on it. So then, with that, Chantelle thought it would be the greatest idea to do another Omegle live stream with, like, members only viewing, to, like, come back at the people that, like, wronged her or whatever, like, as if, you know, people being like, you're violating terms of service is, like, hate, even though, you know, you can't just do that. Like, the rules apply to everyone but Chantelle, you know? Like, it doesn't matter, harassment and everything Chantelle can do to everybody else. I messed this. Oh, the blush got stuck, so it's applying way too much. The rules apply to everyone but Chantelle is what I'm trying to say, you know? Nothing matters. Harassment applies when it's to Chantelle, but not from Chantelle. Even though, like, so Chantelle will say things like, well, Charlie Gold's dedicated her channel to me for the last, like, few years. That's targeted harassment. Not like Chantelle has been streaming seemingly 24 hours a day for the past couple months talking about Nader every single day. Now, obviously, like, Nader isn't a hero in this saga by any means, but I'm just saying, to be realistic, if that rule became something where you can't make a bunch of videos on somebody, even if that is already a rule, people found it, Chantelle wouldn't be safe from it either, you know? She made a members-only Omegle stream that people reported as well, because what are you doing? And then she got terminated, like, within, you know, a couple hours, I think. In the middle of the night, but Chantelle's stream still the middle of the night, so she was probably still streaming or not far from then. Regardless, Foodie Beauty got terminated, and then was streaming about it on OnlyFans. So this is what she's been doing. So she moved to OnlyFans and has been changing the price of the subscription literally, like, seemingly every 5 minutes for the past couple days. She's saying that it's because of harassment and hate that she got banned, has no understanding of her own actions and involvement in this whole thing.
Hi, Zoe. Well, what happened was, like, I'm appealing it. So I appealed it. As I was writing up my appeal, I was chatting with somebody from YouTube. They said to send up the appeal. And what they, yeah, Sarah Jane, I'm appealing it now. Oh, Lisa, wake up, I know. My God, Trog. Well, I knew, like, he might want to benefit from my channel somehow, but, like, hi, Monica. I'm not sure, Monica. Like, I might just stay on OnlyFans if it's, like, if my visitors come here. Waking up to your livelihood gone. I know. I don't know how people think that's okay, but that's all right. That's all right.
I'm just trying to hustle in the meantime. It just pisses me off that these people are making me do that. You're interfering with my life, with my livelihood, and that's what they want to do. They want to almost wish I just like just laid low and fought in the back and then just came back like nothing happened. So I really don't want to give them any reaction.
And is like really like went off on Charlie Gold on the last stream and on the OnlyFans streams, and is appealing to get the channel back. And that's like the tweet at the beginning. It was like when she's like sitting on the bed and I have all the pictures. She like she tweeted YouTube and was like, I'm gonna message you every single day until you give me my channel back. I didn't deserve it. It was targeted harassment. Blah 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 blah. And then YouTube was like, sis, I don't know if there's this thing you know about that called the terms of service, because obviously you haven't read them. But here you go, mate. That's that. And so she got dunked on, which was kind of hilarious. And now Foodie Beauty is supposedly trying to grind OnlyFans and Patreon until she either gets her channel back or she makes enough to live off of in those platforms. I don't see Chantelle being able to grow on a platform like OnlyFans or Patreon, because like those, when you're doing directly paid services, like even with the very important Beezers, a lot of her views and her like what kept the channel going was because of like her hate watchers. And like a hate watcher might want to pay $5 a month, but a hate watcher is not going to pay $50 a month, $20 a month. And even then, a lot of the AdSense and views and stuff came from people watching on the other side, right? And when you can't have content like OnlyFans, because it's behind a paywall, you can't re-upload compilations and stuff that would attract you to the channel. Because if I talked about this in my Foodie Beauty Canadian Medicines video, that there's this kind of exchange between the channels and Foodie Beauty. And without that exchange, there's not really much going to be going for her. And with services like OnlyFans and Patreon, you kind of need to be provided like an actual service, not smock and donks and eating and bitching for hours. It's not acceptable really on platforms like that, and that's just not something people really take it the same way. So with that, I don't know where she's going to go with it, but right now she's thinking she'll get her channel back and is blaming everybody for it getting taken down and takes no responsibility for anything, to no one's surprise. Now, in regards to how I feel, I think she deserved it, and I think, you know, good riddance, to be honest. And her idea that people are, everyone's going to die out without me, like she was super important. Those girl channels and stuff have grown a relationship with their audience through their personalities for the most part. And, you know, YouTube's kind of survival of the fittest anyways, and if they can't diversify content, then maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Regardless, that shouldn't be Chantelle's primary concern, and that shouldn't really be, like, the make or break moment of this whole thing. You know, but alas, to her it is. And yeah, that's my sporadic little video about what's happened here and everyone involved and how I feel. And I think, you know, if you can't follow the rules of the platform that you're on, then you shouldn't be on it. I feel like it's that easy, you know. Regardless, that is all for now. Ready, set, bees. Bees in time. Do I get to say that now? Because she's gone? Can I go like this? Ready, set, bees. You guys have a really great day wherever you are. Thank you for my little bonus upload. There'll be like a real, actual, normal Mika rhetoric-y video on Monday on the channel. And I'll see you then. I'll see you around. Thanks for supporting and watching. I love you guys so much. Bye.
What's the first name that comes to mind when you say I love?
My wife.
Oh, that's so romantic. It's funny though too, because, you know, to be honest, I would have said your wife too. Kia ora vibe! Baby, are you coming for the role?